Standing in our edible bean fields, fresh market beans that we pick for our farm market, and just wanted to show the differences between where we planted earlier and all of these fields were seeded with a rye cover crop, and where we planted earlier in the various stages of the rye, what kind of weed control we got using the rye. So here, right here is the first one we planted, which you can see is completely overrun with weeds, and I attribute that to the fact that that there was hardly any weeds emerged because it was so early in the season when we planted. It was around April 22nd, and we did a burn down and it got whatever was up, plus the rye cover crop that was there, but there was just such a big second flush that came on. We were able to pick that clean, no problem, before the weeds overtook it. Here's our second planting, a little bit later in the season, so we were able to get a lot more weeds with the burn down, and then we implemented the inter-row sprayer in here with the contact herbicide directed in between the rows, killed everything in between the rows, and then we follow up with a wick weeder after whatever grows above, just more for ease of picking more so than yield, because the yield's already pretty much determined. So you can see the rows are pretty clean. Few velvet leaf there, don't like to see that, but the wick will get rid of that. Now we're into our third planting, where you can see the burn down for the second planting ended right here, and you can see where the third planting was, the rye had been a lot more mature. It was just starting to head. And then what I want to show you is the difference in the weed control. Get into the stuff where the rye cover crop is, got big, and these beans are very healthy. We're picking them. A lot less weeds. There's a few poking through here now, but nothing. I don't even think I'll have to do the inter-row sprayer before we'll be done with these rows. So I'm really happy. You can see done a good job smothering. The crops come up through it. These were just no-tilled straight in. I think next time I do this, what I want to do is take the lead from some organic farmers where they use a roller to flatten it out first. I think that'll give a nice flat mulch on the ground. We did try some of that experiment with that a bit in our cash crop, just to see what that did to the plant, if it had trouble growing through that or not. So anyway, we'll take all the information in the winter and decide how we're going to move forward. But I think from my standpoint here, I don't think we'll be growing too many vegetables anyway without planting a rye cover crop first.